Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for January 7th. January 7th is the seventh day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, with 358 days remaining to the end of the year, 359 in leap years. Today's word is archipelago. Archipelago is a noun that refers to a large group of islands. The word archipelago comes to us from the Italian language, Latin before that, and Indo-European root words before that. Interestingly, the term originally referred to the Aegean Sea, where can be found lots of islands. Archipelago. January 7th in 49 BC, the Roman Senate said Caesar would be declared a public enemy if he didn't disband his army, which he was not about to do. When word of this got out, his supporters quickly headed out to meet up with him. A few days later, he'll cross the Rubicon, and I'm sure we'll talk about that when it happens. This is the birthday of Pope Gregory XIII, born January 7th, 1502. And why do we care about that? Because Pope Gregory XIII is best known for commissioning and being the namesake for the Gregorian calendar, which I mention every time I tell you about something that happened on this day in history. The Gregorian calendar corrected a few almost imperceptible but significant over time flaws in its predecessor, the Julian calendar. Since its introduction in the 1500s, the Gregorian calendar remains the internationally accepted civil calendar. Pope Gregory lived to the age of 83. Galileo Galilei made his first observation of 4 previously undiscovered moons on January 7, 1610. Ganymede, Callisto, Io, and Europa. Congress set January 7, 1789 as the date which states were required to choose electors for the United States' first ever presidential election. As you probably know, George Washington was elected, and this happened in February. He was sworn into office in April, and perhaps we can mention these things again when they happen. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was the #1 song on the U.S. pop charts on January 7th, 1950. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with the link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include the link to my blog page that is called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, Parler, BitChute, and Getter. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. I have an extra word in there. January 2nd. Alrighty. Back to work. Do that one again. There's a little birdie on my front porch.